All right. Good morning, guys. Good morning, morning. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. Jeez, that's me. Don't mind that echo. Just making sure I got my stuff running. Anyway, folks, like I said, I hope you guys are having a good Tuesday. Uh, I just wanted to give everybody a quick little rundown of our play that we were just in. So, as you guys know, we got into a hymns play. How many days ago? 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 days ago. So about a whole trading week. A whole trading week, we went with the hymns put. Basically, we are going off of this little candle right here and the EMA and RSI bearish indicator from Mo's indicator. If you guys don't already know, now you know. Oh, I almost forgot. 1 second here. Give me 1 second, guys. What's up, Crypto B? Just give me 1 second, bro. All right, cool. I'm back. Sorry. I just had to make sure my thing was posting up. Anyway, so I'm giving you the rundown. I was out on vacation and missed your hymns play. Well, it looks like it's playing out pretty nicely. Look at this beautiful little sell-off here. So I got this about a week ago, a week in market trading days, and it looks like it's pushing down even more, which is exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm looking to take profit again real soon. As soon as it gets to 21, I'm taking profit. So in about 90 cents, I'm going to take some more profit. But anyway, yeah, dude, the hymns play is playing out real beautiful, honestly. So just gonna go over the recap again. So yeah, like I said, we were looking at the EMA and RSI bearish indicator with Mo's Breadbot. If you don't already know, get in where you fit in. I'm telling you, get the Breadbot. It's extremely helpful and it brings a lot of confidence. So I think we got in like roughly right around this area, 25.75-ish area. Um, Obviously the day wasn't done, but it came up, it pushed up on the 5, and then it came down and it closed under the 50. Now, when it closes under the 50, it normally means, it doesn't always mean, but more times than not, it's going to continue lower. And so when it gave this little push down right here, I was like, beautiful. Now that we had this push down, I saw it push back up a little bit. I was like, okay, so we're probably going to be testing the 50. And that's what happened in the next 2 days. Looks like it opened up right here. Boom. Almost tested, didn't, came back down, closed right here in the indecision. This is basically an indecision candle for me. Normally it's a little bit tighter, but it's pretty much a 50-50 when it closes like this. Technically, it's still green, so it would lead to bullish indication, which it did the next day. It came up, tested the 50 and the 5 and rejected. And then the following day, we tested the 5 and pushed back down. So what we're looking for right here, or what I'm looking for, I'm looking for this baby right here. This thing needs to cross, and if this thing crosses, we are washing here, ladies and gentlemen. We're washing real good. Expect the next week to trickle down pretty hard. So that's what we're looking for. Now, on the bullish side, you could slightly come under here. Now, this is something to take into consideration. Always take this into consideration. Now, we could just slightly go under to where it just kind of sits right here, and then it curls back up and it crosses under the 50, and then it crosses back up. So we got to be careful with that. Now, if you guys do know and you guys have been following along, you know we took we took 5 contracts out of the 10 contracts out. We locked in some profits. And that was a good day to lock in profits off of a full engulfing candle right here, because this is an engulfing candle and it is full. It's literally full. You see almost no wick. You see how there's pretty much no wick. This is a wick. The top and the bottom, there's none basically. So that gives me some pretty good confidence that we'll have a good wash down. Now, the next thing that we're going to be looking for too as well to watch out for is for this candle to come back up for a possible reversal. And that's also leading and watching the 13 cross the 50 if it crosses the 50. There's no guarantees, but that's what I'm looking for there. So, obviously, you know, that's what it is. And then another thing too as well, you got to watch out for this floor too. This could be an easy bounce right here because this is indicating that there's support right here around this area. So around 1875 to roughly, we'll just play it on the safe side, pretty much right where we are right now, around 21. Yeah, around 21, 2150-ish area. So this little area right here, got to watch out too as well, because these tops could act as a support and not as a resistance, as it previously is showing. You got to watch out for those sometimes, because sometimes your resistance becomes a support, sometimes your support becomes a resistance. So now let's just pull up a Webull and look at the trade, see where we're at. Wonderful. All right, cool. And this is also pretty helpful too, guys. So when you guys use Webull, I don't know if you guys notice these little indicators right here. So you can click on that and it'll give you a little rundown of an explanation of what it means, what day it happened at, and all that other good stuff. So when I clicked on this little red box right here, you see it says price crosses moving average. That's what that means, EMA cross. So it looks like on my chart on this one right here, it looks like it created a cross, and it looks like this is a little fair value gap right here. If I'm reading that correctly, do I have my fair value gaps on? I got technical signals on. Yeah, I think so. No, I don't think so. Anyway, so I got my technical signals on. So medium term bearish. So data disclaimer, technical analysis data and indicator are provided by Trading Central. Trading Central is a separate entity unaffiliated with Webull Financial. Webull is not responsible for any accuracy or completeness of data provided by Trading Central. All data provided for information purposes only and are not intended and should not be construed as investment advice or recommendations. See, they kind of say that just to kind of cover their asses. But we all know what it means. All right, we all know what it means when the 13 crosses the 50, and if you don't, it pretty much means that there's momentum happening between the two averages. So the 50 would be the 50-day moving average, the 13 would be the 13-day moving average. So it's the average price between 13 and 50 days, and also the 5 EMA is also a 5-day. And they work beautifully together. And as you can still see, we're still heading down. So let's just open up the minute chart right here real quick. Yeah, look at that. Look at that nice big old sell-off. So like I said, I'm going to be looking to take some profit right around this area. See, look, it's already kind of coming back a little bit. Looks like there's some volume up top. So I wouldn't be surprised again if we come up top and test at some point. But it looks like there's some volatility happening right now. But we're doing good. We're doing real good. We're basically at 99%. So if you guys see right here, 99% on the play. Beautiful. That's 100%. That's a home run in my book, guys. Look at this sell. Big sell. All right. So since we're already doing this right now, since we're already in this, I'm going to be looking at those take profits. When did I want to exit this? The 29th. What strike did I get? I got a 25 strike. So we're going to set up a sell limit order. So our average price is $1.67. Okay, the last price was $3.33. So what I'm going to be looking to do here, look, we're already at 100%, if you can see right here in the right corner. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sell half. I'm going to sell half, and I'm going to let the other two ride. So we're going to lock in some gains again. See, we're already right where I want it. We're already right at the price area. So we're at 2175-ish area. So like I said, if you guys are looking right here on the daily, we're right where I was just talking about, right across the board for support, or sorry, for the resistance level. And like I said, this could act as a support. So we got to watch this zone right here, this whole zone right here. Looking for possible reversals. And like I said, the 13 looks like it's about to cross. It hasn't yet on the bread bot, but it has technically on the daily over here. So you got that little indicator. And I mean, obviously you can clearly see if I zoom in. Boop, you have that little cross right here. So looks good, guys. Looks good. Um, so 340. So we're gonna close this guy. Like I said, we're gonna look for a price of what 340. We'll do 355. That's not too much of a big jump. And the quantity, since we only have 5 left right here, so you can see quantity 5, we're going to sell about half. We're going to go down just to 2 contracts. So we're taking the risk off. We already hit a home run basically because we're already up 100%. Okay, 100% is where it's at. So anyway, guys, did you guys have any questions about the hymns play that I was doing, or anything that I was looking at specifically to provide this type of play? I know I showed you guys the P&L on it, on that trade. Is a good trade. I set up a little screenshot. I think I can add a widget. Let me see. Nope, wrong one. Nope, I already have positions. Is this the one? Yeah, okay. So here's the P&L right here for, let's just do the past 5 days. You can see $1,500 on hymns. So if you guys followed along, like I said, we paid about what, 16, I think it was like 1600 for the play. Let's see right here. I can show you. We paid, yeah, $1.67. So if you bought 10 contracts of those, that's around $1,600. You can clearly see you made 100% basically. So like 99%. You know what I mean? So basically a home run, a big hitter here, and if you'd have followed along on this play, you'd have cashed in $1,600 if you closed out today, right now at this very moment. So, like I said, this is the power of trading. These are the type of trades that I'm looking for and stuff like that, and to help you guys, like I said, gauge how to trade and what to look for and all that other good fun stuff. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna queue up 3 right here. Let's place it. So let's go over here in this right order strategy. So you can clearly see I have 3 orders ready to sell. Oh, so you can't see my big ass face is in the way. You can see that I'm selling 3 at 355. Okay, so we set a limit order for this one. We're not doing a market close for this because, like I said, I think there's some more downside, and I don't really feel like sitting here waiting all day for this to come down to that price that I'm asking for. So if it hits it, great. We'll be out 3 contracts. If it doesn't hit it, we'll be holding on to 5 more contracts. You know, we'll look for another exit. And there shouldn't be any issue with setting a limit order and just waiting for it to hit. Market orders are really good for day trading or if you just want to exit immediately. Me, I like doing a little bit of price prediction. So I try to do that as much as possible when I'm doing these limit orders and stuff like that. So we're only about 10 cents away from that play. Now, I haven't really looked at anything else lately. Did you guys have any tickers or anything that you're watching currently that you would like me to take a look at? I don't mind doing a little bit of charting. I'll do a little bit of charting for you guys here, for you guys specifically. If not, we're just going to kind of look over the market as a whole. I don't know why I did that. All right, so let's look at SPY here really quick. It looks like you had a little small sell-off. Microsoft's not looking too bad. All right, we're going straight into the blue chips. So we a bullish day today. Where are we at? We're sitting at 734. Hmm. Interesting. Let's look at SPY. Looking at SPY, you think it'll go to that gap fill from opening bell today? What gap fill? Man, my charting is just straight fire, bro. Any chances you can turn up your volume? No, my volume's already turned all the way up. My mic volume's already turned all the way up. I can't turn it up anymore. On my mixing board. My decibel level is at a medium, so you should be able to hear me pretty quickly. Is your volume turned up on your computer or your phone of wherever you're watching? It might be just your speaker. Maybe I'm not talking loud enough. I feel like I'm talking loud enough. Anyway, my charting is pretty fire. I'm not. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't even mean to do that. Wrong screen. That's my editing screen. Gap fill. Let's break it down on the 1 minute here. Ba 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 ba. When from this morning. These. You think it's gonna go all the way to 739 again? Because I mean that's pretty much where the gap fill is. It's where the highest gap is. The highest gap is all the way up here. It's 739.71. But that's a small gap. Should we do a little day trading right now? Should we scalp this? You think we're bullish? We did just get the bullish indicator right here. We could just take a shot real quick. I don't mind just jumping right into it really fastly for a day trade. All right, so guys, if you guys didn't know already, so whenever you change charts, make sure you change your options chain right up over here, because if you don't, you're going to be trading a whole different stock. 738-ish possibly. That's a very interesting take, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, I got a MACD. I got a MACD short-term bearish on the daily here. Let's go to the 1 minute again. Yeah, 1 minute looks good. Jeez, we missed that entry. That was the entry right here, guys. That right here, we've just missed it by a couple of seconds. Damn. Oh well. Let's see if we can possibly get an entry if we come back and test the 50 really quick. If this reject, because if, God, sometimes my brain is thinking so fast and my mouth doesn't move as fast. This is wick pushed all the way down. So this is looking to me like a resistance area right here. So if we do get a retest, that might be a good entry spot for a possible call option here. Doesn't mean it will, because this could easily reverse back down because it looks like there was heavy selling pressure right here. All right, so here we go. Looks like we're about to get that test. Here, I'll zoom in real quick for you guys. We'll just do, oof, man. These contracts are super pricey right now, guys. I don't know, man. I might flip to a bearish take right now. I don't know, but we had this. 13's coming up off the 50. But it hasn't crossed the 50 yet. But we do have a VWAP cross. Okay, I'm going to go for it. We're going to go 10 contracts at 165. Oh, that's a sell. I need to buy. All right, we're in. You can see right here, just got into that call, 736 call. We're banking on the 13 cross here, guys. This is pretty much what I'm banking on. We got to break past this level of resistance. We could get smoked here. We could get smoked. But we're just going to do a quick little trade, wet the beak here. Let's look at the yep. Let me know what kind of coffee you guys are drinking. You already know what coffee I'm drinking. I'm drinking that Freedom, them Freedom units. You know what I'm saying? Boom! It looks good. We're up. Bang! All right, beautiful play, guys. That was a good call on my part and on your part, Crypto B. Good call on that gap. Look at this nice big candle. Beautiful. All right, so we're gonna get out of this here. What's the average price? Last price? What was this? 736? 221? All right, we're gonna get out at 225. And you know what? We're gonna sell. We're only gonna sell half. We're gonna peel. You know what? We're not actually 225. We're gonna go 235. Holy shnikes. Yeah, 235. We're gonna sell half. 235. We're already up $300 on the play. Let's see if we hit that ask price real quick. Yes, sir. Got him, bro. All right, this would be a great place to sell right here. We did hit discovery in this area. So I would be looking for a little bit of retracement. We're getting pretty close to the Bollinger Band up here. So like I said, be careful here, guys. Oh, last price. Wow. That wasn't it. 194. So I lied. That was way too high. We're going to go just $2 here. $2. And we're only going to sell 5. We're pretty close. Right here you can see 192. Come on, give it to me, baby. And you can always expand this too as well. If you're trying to look at everything, you can expand this to kind of see where we are. So the last price that it was at is 188. Oof. That was expected. That's exactly what I was talking about here. We were creeping up into discovery right here in this area. And it looks like we got that pullback. Man, I don't like that. All right, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually just going to exit this position. Oh, and now we're down 30 bucks. Dang it. We should have got out right there. You can clearly see there's some volume down right here. And that looks like we might be headed, maybe. Now we're back. Look, we're back. We're up 160. All right, so we're not going to make that same mistake again. 190. We're selling 5. We're at 180. We just need 10 cents right here, which I'm pretty sure we're going to get right now. So lock in those profits, guys. Lock in those profits where you can. Just made a quick 268. Hell yeah, brother. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying, guys. Take profits where you can. I'm thinking about re-editing this again. And this is the thing too. I don't mind modifying my positions at all. So I changed it to 185. Yeah. All right. I'm just closing. I'm closing the whole position actually. Playing games. It's playing games with my heart. Anyway, so you got that MACD curling down too as well. This would be a good place to kind of uh possibly switch to puts. All right, we're out of the position. Bingo, 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 bongo. So where was that widget again? 180. So what do we make today? Made 280. 280 on that. All right, now I'm gonna switch. Well, I don't know. Should I? Should we switch to puts? It looks like it wants to fight up. It looks like we could come back down. Hmm. All right, so we made one little day trade there. And it looks like we're about we're about 10 cents away from selling our hymns, our three other contracts. Remember, I'm setting a sell limit at 355 right here for three contracts. We're sitting at 343. So this is a good way to kind of check on your plays too as well. Now, did you guys have anything else that you guys were possibly looking at? Um, I'm really thinking about playing Nvidia earnings. Is anybody in here playing earnings today? Well, it's not today. Nvidia earnings are tomorrow. You know what? Actually, let's just bring that up. Let's bring up the earnings really quick here. And if you guys don't already know, Small, one of our experts, she posts um all the earnings. Pretty much every week she'll post up an earnings of the earnings chart. It's great. I love it. It's a really great way to kind of see what's going on and why the market's moving the way it is. So it looks like we had Home Depot this morning. Nothing too crazy on Monday. Red Robin, Kava. Kava's a really interesting company. I don't know a lot about them, but I keep hearing multiple different things from them. Can you look at ARIS? Yes, I can definitely look at that. So it looks like labor and retail. So retail sales is pretty much having earnings this week. So the top ones I'm looking at right now, Home Depot, Target, Lowe's, not really Outfitters, maybe Elf, Nvidia, John Deere, Walmart, Advance Auto Parts, Ralph Lauren. Yeah, so retail. So retail's happening for earnings this week. So definitely be on the lookout for labor statistics and retail stuff like that. I think I'm going to be watching the Schwab Network a little bit later, so I might have a little rundown. Zoom, Webull, yeah. So lots of good stocks out here that are going to be um, having earnings. And you said you wanted me to look at ARIS. Yes, Aries. It's a mining corporation. Looks like it's a penny stock. I don't mess with penny stocks. Consolidation for a leg down. Let's look at the daily. Jesus. So this was listed in '05. The peak was what, $1,000? Now it's all the way down to 17, curling down. Let's see the all-time here. Wow. Wow. It's literally been in a rut since 2013. So for over so for 13 years it hasn't done a single thing. This is very interesting to look at. Yearly, looks like you got a little small pop. What I personally think, you're probably heading lower. I would not expect any move upward at all. I would expect a huge sell-off. I would expect the sell-off all the way back down to like $9. Yeah, $10 more than likely. Looks like you have a gap right here. Oh, maybe not. Oh, yep. Yep. I expect it to go all the way down to $9.85. Bishop Thomas, what's up? Good morning, dude. How you doing? So Frank, that's what I think. You got the bearish indicator, you got a double little indicator right here, and you have all these EMAs tangling up. So, and it looks like you've been in a slight consolidation right here after you got overbought and you're seeing a little cool off. Now you could have a leg up, possibly. I don't think you will. In my opinion, I don't think you will. I think you're gonna sell off again. You're gonna sell off hard. I don't know much about this corporation, obviously, but it's a mining corporation. Mines don't do well, really. They've historically never really done well. This is one that Mo had on his six pack, is it? I don't do most plays. I don't do most six pack every week. Sometimes I go through them, but I kind of do my own thing most of the time. But sometimes I'll hand pick a select few that I like. This one, in my opinion, bearish. Bearish. What was the play on it? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go look right now. Let me see. Boom. I'm pulling it up right now. So this is the one that you're talking about. Oh, Aries. Yep, he's in a put, baby. How'd I know? I know. Mo was in a put. Just reading the chart. I mean, puts. Clear as day. Got the 13, the 5, crossing the 50. This right here already tells me wash. Wash. So that looks good to me, bro. My personal opinion. I mean, obviously do what you will with that, but yeah, I pretty much kind of read. Most of the time when people tell me to pull up Mo's plays, I don't even need to look at if he what position he's picking because I can already read the chart. See, I want to get everybody just as comfortable as me reading charts and stuff like that. It's pretty simple after you do it for a long period of time. I mean, I watch the charts all day, every day, pretty much. From open to close, I'm pretty much watching the charts a majority of the time. I'm always seeing the flow, what it does, support, resistance area. So, yeah, good call. Listen, if Mo gets this $9, like $10 wash, huge, huge move. I mean, we're talking $7, $8 down. If you get a move that big down on that play, and how far does he have it out for? 618. So he has it for a month. That's really realistic. Honestly, this could easily play out in a month. I mean, this is like a month right here. This whole thing is about a month. I mean, I'm not going to count all the candles, obviously. Well, I mean, I could just literally look at the chart down here. 19. So like right here is about a month. April, May, yeah. So like right here, this little section right here is about a month. Easily, easily. The only thing that you got to kind of worry about is the floor right here. Beat this, I would take profit right around this area right here, around $16. If you guys see this, I would be looking to take profit around the $16, 16.50 to $16. So about a dollar move down. So if you see this move down a dollar, I would probably start taking some contracts off. How many does he has? He has 4. I would personally probably take 1 to 2, at least half, depending on how confident you are. A lot of people like taking 3/4 off and then letting one run. That's the best way to keep your risk management low. That way you're taking profit and then whatever runs, right? You know what I mean? If it ends up flipping back, then can you hear me? Okay. My mic was finicky there for a second. I don't know what happened. Okay. All right, we're back. Mic was being a little weird. Anyway, so like I said, it's a good way to take your risk management, to keep your risk management good. And that way, like I said, you're still profitable going along the way. And that's what Mo likes to teach. He likes teaching people how to fish. We don't want to fish for you. This isn't a copy or trade service. This is an educational service. Educational Discord, not service. Jeez. Um, so that's what we're here to do. We're here to educate people. I'm very new to all. I'm very new at this. I just got my Webull account yesterday. I'm still learning how to operate the account. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I do here. I also teach Webull and its um, kind of its tools a little bit. Man, that put play, if we got into that put play, that would have played out real nice. Yeah. Well, I'm glad we sold because we would have been riggedy wrecked. All right, so we're still like 10 cents away. It looks like we're having a big sell off here, guys. So all those picks, Mo's at puts, no. So I'm going to show you how to read this. Just give you a little breakdown. So the P right here stands for put, and the C stands for calls. Now, the date right here is the expiration date. So 6/18/26, that's going to be the expiration. So let me move my big mug out of the way here real quick. So you can see right here, today's the 19th. He bought this yesterday. And like I said, he has this for a month out. So 6/18 would be about a month. So it's always important too as well. Normally you want to buy the day that Mo buys because price fluctuates and it moves a lot, obviously. So getting a good entry is really key. And it's really important that you do your due diligence. And if you're getting into this, and if you're getting into it late or a day later, 2 days later, it's important to see where it is because the move might have already happened. And if you get in late, you might not be profitable. Um, so just be careful with that, guys, and be mindful of that. It's up to you to decide whether you want to get into the play or not. I personally don't get into plays too often that I haven't already looked at the charts for. So definitely look at the charts, read the charts, and see what they got going on. Um, just kind of what we did right now. So ARIS, you know what I mean? For ARIS, we already kind of gave a breakdown what I thought too as well. What did I think? I think we're bearish. What I would love to see, not saying that it will, I would love to see it to go to $10. But right here, this is a support area, so be on the lookout for that. And it looks like you're almost already there. See, you're already pretty close to this area. You see my little red line right here? You're just creeping up on it right here. So be mindful of that. If you guys got in, when was that? What's today? Today's Tuesday. So if you got in yesterday, you're already up big money. Mo got in. Well, obviously I can't tell when Mo got in off of this candle. But based on opening and closing of the candle, if you got in anywhere up here, you're already up big money because you're already how much? You're about $1 below. Yeah, you're roughly $1 right now. So that dollar move down in that one day brought your contract prices riggedy high. So that's a good play. That's a good play. Looks like we're still in. Man, SPY is selling hard. Yeah, it looks like we're about to sell off. Look at the overall market right here. Apple's coming down. We're at the 50 testing. And Meta's testing the 50 right now. Microsoft sold off under the 50. You have the 5 crossing right here. Looks like there might be a support. We have to see if this washes. If this washes, we're heading down way lower. You already had the cross here. I expect Nvidia to head a little bit lower. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a sell-off here today, guys. In my opinion. We already broke the structure down below right here. We're looking for a slight confirmation. See how this right here, this came up, tested the 13, rejected. Let's see if this will hold here. So I would be using this as a general area of support. Even though we did head lower, we created a new lower low. I might try to scrape a rebound off of this. It looks like you have volume still sitting up around 370 or 734. So I'm going to be looking at a call here for a possible scoop. I need to find a base here. We need to see if we can consolidate sideways here for a second. See if we can hit a reversal. I'm trying to hit that reversal. It's up over 30%. Now this is a great, thanks for saying that, Crypto B. I appreciate you. So anytime, this is my personal take, this is what I personally like doing. Obviously do what you want. Anytime you hit 30%, take profit. 30% is great. Because I personally see when I'm trading, I consistently see at least my play go to 30%. You know what I mean? Normally every time when I enter a trade based off of kind of like not just my technicals or stuff like that, but my entry and exit or my entries, normally see that 30%-ish fluctuation mark. Sometimes obviously I get more than 30% or whatnot, you know what I mean? 100%, as you can clearly see, 100%, 50%. But 30% is normally the sweet spot that I personally see every time I'm going into either a day trade or a swing trade. And after you keep stacking those 30%, you're gonna start seeing more and more and more and more wins. What you really want to see is consistency. Consistency is key. Now, a lot of people they're like, oh, I made so much money, I made a couple grand doing this or that. Like, that's great. Like, all for you, bro. But realistically, if you want to be profitable long term, you're going to want to see consistency, and it's not the dollar amount that you're going to want to be paying attention to. It's the percentage of the play. And it doesn't really matter the price of the play, right? It could be literally $100, it could be $5, it could be $1,000 into the play. Doesn't really matter to me. You want to see the consistency of 30% or more. In my personal opinion, Everybody trades differently. Everybody has their strategies and their own rules and stuff like that. Some people are like 10% is good enough for me, or 5%. My personal favorite is 30%. You stack 30%, that's more than 25, so that's, if you spend $100, that's a little more than a quarter. So you keep stacking those wins. It looks like we might get a reversal right here, possibly. I think I'm going to risk it. You got the Bollinger Band kind of curling back up here. You got to be a little quick on this. I'm going to go just outside the money, 733. Let's go for it. That's a sell. All right, we're in. I might get smoked. It looks like I'm getting smoked right out of the gate. All right, let's see. This looks like it's kind of gating a little support here. What I'm looking for on this play right here specifically is just a 50 test. We need to break the 13. Nope. Rejection off the 5. Damn. Well, it looks like we might head lower. I'm going to wait 2 candles. Nope. Ah, oof. Yikes. I don't like that. If it goes lower than this, I'm out. If it goes lower than 732.34, I'm going to get out of this play. But yeah, like I said, you're going to be wanting to look for consistency in plays. So like I said, about 30% is my personal sweet spot. Yeah, I know Crypto B. I know you're talking about the ARIS. And it's the same. It doesn't really matter. Like I said, it doesn't really matter the play or the stock or whatever it is or the dollar amount. Like I said, consistency beats home runs every single time over a long period of time. There's no way you're going to hit 100%ers every single play. All right, I'm out. I got smoked. Took a fat L on that one, guys. Took a fat L. And that's how quick you should be in and out of trades when you're day trading. And when you're on a cash account and you're on a smaller account, it makes it a little more difficult to consistently like keep trading, but it's also really good to kind of limit yourself too as well. So that way you're not over trading, because when you over trade, you lose. You lose a lot because one, a lot of the time you're getting too emotional, you're getting too frantic about something, and you're pretty much trying to revenge trade, and you're not really basing it off of the technicals or anything else like that. So, and like I said, we broke past this right here. As soon as it came under, I was like, I'm out. It created a new lower low, and it was going lower. So, what I was also banking on is the curling of this Bollinger Band, because you can clearly see once this curls up, you have that kind of a push up every single time. It's like curl, push up, curl down, push down. I should have known better too. I should have known better to get into a call. I literally just said like 30 seconds ago, look how bearish this is. This is going under. This is going under. This looks like it's going under. This is under. This is under. I should have went with the puts. But then I think what happened was I started talking to you guys and my brain just went dog brain really quick and was like, squirrel. So, and that happens sometimes. Sometimes you forget. Do you offer help with knowledge on how to trade and set up the Webull site? I have a video actually for paper trading. I'm so green. Frank, it's no problem. Listen, everybody has to start somewhere, brother. I started somewhere. Everybody in the Discord started somewhere. Everybody's got to start somewhere, man. Don't forget. Remember, man. The biggest thing is that you started. That's the biggest thing. A lot of people don't even start. You know what I mean? So you're in the right place, man. And for a Webull setup, honestly, I would just YouTube it because it's going to give you a lot more information than I can provide you in more detail and more depth. I only have about like 8 minutes left actually because I got to go. Unfortunately, I work a 9 to 5. So I got to head to work here in like 8 minutes. But I would definitely just go on YouTube and type in different kinds of setups. But right now, what I'm doing, I'm paper trading. So that's what we're doing right now. I'm paper trading on a paper trade account. And if you go over here, you can see on the left toolbar, you can see the paper trading. You click on that, and it should have different formats and layouts and stuff right here. So when you click on that, it should pull up like this, and you could have any type of layout that you want. So stock trading, paper. I'm a day trader, so I do options. I do option trading. So you can click on this and it'll automatically give you a layout and a format and stuff like that. And you can customize it however you want. I know this looks all crazy and stuff like this, but it's pretty self-explanatory. So this right here is your options chain. This is your positions. This is the chart. This is your orders and your other positions in one. I keep my clock on. You don't have to have it on here. You can go to the widgets and remove all this stuff. You know what I mean? You can make it customizable to however you want. I don't keep mine really crowded, as obviously as you can see. I made the layout like this, and you can move these little toolbars however you want, bigger, smaller, and all that other good stuff. What makes you think 734 is play on SPY? The option volume? No, not the option volume. Strictly just the technicals. So if I just go over here to trade view and let me just go to the SPY really quick. I personally don't think it's going up that far. I mean, I'm just going to look at the daily here really quick. We're on the 13. So right here would be a bounce. I think this is a gap right here. What did I put this line here for? Let me go down to the 15-minute here. Yes. Nope. Yeah. All right. So so this is why I also keep my lines lining. So you see this blue line right here, the 731.50? Guess where we're going? This is a gap right here that we created. This is why I keep these charts on here. This is the 15-minute, by the way. So if I go all the way over here and scroll all the way to the right, let me zoom out really quick. And I put this little line right all the way over here. We're about to hit this. See how close we are? We're just on an oversold, so I expect this to kind of come back up, possibly test the 13 again. 13 or the 5. More times than not, if it's a double crust, it's going to be a 13 test or a 50. A single one is normally a 5 test. So looks like we're about to do that right now. And remember, this is on the 15-minute here. But this line right here is going to be a gap fill. And where was this gap fill? This was from the 7th of May. So the 7th of May all the way to the 19th. Is today the 19th? Yeah, today's the 19th. So all the way to the 19th today. So about what, 13-ish days? Right here. Okay, it looks like I disconnected now. I'm reconnected. But this is why it's good to have your charts. I know all my lines look crazy. It looks like a mad scientist over here. I ain't even gonna lie. Also, why I call this the trading labs. It's because we're out here experimenting, doing experimental stuff here. So it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy, but all these lines mean something. See, even this one right here, I got another gap to 717. I got multiple. We got multiple gaps here, guys. I've been waiting for this sell-off to happen for a while. It doesn't mean it's going to go this low, but definitely can, especially this huge run-up that we just had. So we're right there. We're literally right there. So we could see this gap fill, and then we could see this bounce possibly. Or what I think, the 5 is going to come down, touch tips with the 13, possibly cross. So it's kind of what I'm looking for on that guy. You could, like I said, you could still have that bounce. You could have that bounce up. We could literally fill this gap right here and just shoot all the way up. I've seen it happen so many times, even on smaller time frames. So, anyway, all right. So let's look at our hymns play. Are we still in it? Yeah, it looks like we're still in. Yeah, orders are still doing its thing. So we still need about 15 cents. We're at 340 average right here. So expect this to fill the gap. So you know what we could do? And see, this is exactly what happened too. I just told you guys. See guys, this is why you should just read the charts. I just said this. Where did this go? We just had this push down, right? Boom. What did we have? We had a 13 test / 50 test off of what? Breaking of a Bollinger Band on the 15 minute. It didn't do it on the 1 minute, but on the 15 minute, it did. So higher time frames, guys, are more accurate. Remember, the higher the time frame, the more statistically probable it is for accuracy. Just so you guys know. Did you guys have any questions? I'm about to get off right now. I got to go to work. But did you guys have any questions about anything today or anything like that? By the way, I appreciate you guys for coming in here and stopping by and stuff. Okay, well, if you guys didn't have any questions, if you guys didn't know already, we got that payment plan option for people who want to sign up for the lifetime memberships. And if you guys are here on your desktop and you follow me on YouTube, you can scan this QR code right here on my YouTube page with your phone, and it'll pull up my digital business card. Or if you're on mobile, you can click my description on my homepage and my links to financial freedom, and that will be able to give you my digital business card. Now we do have the master course classes. I think I talked about this in the last live. If you guys are interested, definitely check them out. If you guys gone through the class library already. No, I'm not at work yet, Frank. Thanks, Crypto B. I will be. I'm going to work right now. I got to drive to work. But if you guys have went through the class library and want more knowledge or more stuff, or more learning experience, this is a college level learning environment. So definitely take advantage of that. Code SAVE will give you a sick discount on any of them, any of the courses. So don't forget to use that code SAVE if you guys are looking to do that. And Frank, a good place for you to start too as well, since you're new to the Discord, I'm just going to show you this right here. The class library, brother. Go through the class library and go through all the lessons and stuff like that. Learning how to use the charts, the bread bot, discipline of emotion, breakout trades, gap analysis, everything, dude. It's super great. We have great tools in there. But like I said, if you guys are looking to ride with us for a long time, because I'm here for the long haul, baby, and you're gonna see this ugly mug for the rest of your life if you're in here with the lifetime. You can right here. You can do the monthly. It'll pop up right here for the monthly plans. Boom. You can sign up there. Remember, use code MO for the monthly and get that discount. We do have annual, so if you're just looking for the 365, we got that. And guys, if you guys are gonna sign up, shoot me a message, shoot me a DM, or at me in the chat, at me in the Discord, and I have a specific discounted code for annual and lifetime members here in the Discord. So I got that specifically for you guys. It's only for you guys. It's for nobody else. I'm not going to give this to anybody else. So we got that exclusive membership deals for those who want them in the Discord. And it's our thanks to give back to our community, to you guys, for just being a part of the community. So Anyway, and if you guys want to do a, a payment plan, I'm about to change this uh, into one, because if you go over here to the lifetime payment plan, it's going to give you multiple different other options. Well, wrong one. It's going to give you a different options and stuff like that. So if you're looking for a payment plan, we got them. We got 3 different payment plans. I think there's one, there's like a 12-month one, a 6-month one, and then a 3-month one right here. So you can make payments in increments if you guys like. Obviously, that one's the higher end one. This one's the lower end one. So, like I said, if you're looking for the lower end one, you can make 12 payments of $410 a month. Well, actually, if you use the discounted code, where is it? Right here, promo code. So if you use the promo code right here, you'll get a discount. So I just want to let you guys know. And if you guys haven't already, you can follow me on X, my YouTube, Twitch, Kick. And if you guys don't have a platform that you guys are using, I got Robinhood and Webull. Those are the ones that I use. And if you guys use my link, we'll both get a little bit of stock back for them. So, and then, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So, like I said, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate every single one of y'all, guys. You guys make this fun and exciting, and I enjoy doing this. I do it for the love of the game for you guys, dude. Honestly, I couldn't imagine being in a better Discord. Honestly, this place is just fantastic. This is a great learning place. This is a great place to learn. Very educational, very fun, very family oriented. So just thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, like I said, I appreciate every single one of y'all, and I'll see you guys here in the Discord. And if you guys need any help with anything, you can always ask any of the experts in the Discord. We have obviously a multitude of experts there, and we also have an Ask an Expert section. So, definitely take advantage of those. Okay, take advantage of that. Okay, guys. So, I'll see you guys on the next one. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you in the Discord.